Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. After a medical crisis, Liam Spencer's life is in limbo. Is this the end? Fans are left wondering if Scott Clifton is departing the Bold and the Beautiful after rumors indicate that Liam Spencer passes out following a furious altercation with Bill. What will happen to the children who depend on their father, given his uncertain future and the possibility that Hope and Steffy would have to live without him? As medical crises strike, Liam Spencer's life hangs in the balance. The Spencer family is transformed by a startling medical emergency. Following a heated argument with his father, Bill Spencer, Liam Spencer abruptly passed out. Bill threatened to cut off his son's financial support when the contentious dispute, which revolved upon his controversial defense of convicted killer Luna, got out of hand. "You're dead to me," Bill said, delivering the heartbreaking sentence that might haunt him for the rest of his life, before storming away. He had no idea how frighteningly prophetic those statements would turn out to be. Liam was alone in Bill's mansion when he abruptly became disoriented and had blurred vision, followed by what seemed to be a seizure. He hit his head hard on a coffee table as he fell and lay unconscious on the floor, with no one nearby to assist him. For two families, the fallout might be catastrophic. There is nothing more suspicious about the time. For months, there have been speculations that actor Scott Clifton would be leaving the part he has been playing since 2010. Fans worry that Liam's medical issue may be paving the way for his permanent exit, given that he will have much less screen time throughout 2024 and that head writer Brad Bell has apparently confirmed no plans for the character this year. Liam's special place among several families is what makes this especially difficult. Liam is the father of both Kelly, with Steffy Forrester, and Beth, with Hope Logan, unlike other characters who may be written off with a simple relocation out of town. Douglas Forrester has also looked up to him as a father figure. The Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families would all be affected by his abrupt absence, especially if it were permanent. After the harrowing experience of being kidnapped by Luna, Steffy has just lately found stability with Finn. Without her father present, how would she manage to raise Kelly? And what about Hope, who continues to co-parent Beth with Liam despite working on being independent following unsuccessful relationships? Bill's remorse might change him forever. The effect on Bill himself might be the most severe. If Liam's condition turns out to be deadly or chronically incapacitating, Bill will have to live with the knowledge that those were the last words he said to his son. Their last conversation concluded with Liam being disowned, his father's final words calling him dead. Dollar Bill can get into a destructive cycle or even undergo a complete transformation as a result of the guilt. Would this be the catastrophe that ultimately pierces Bill's tough veneer and permanently alters him? Would he point the finger at himself or turn his anger on Luna, whom he shielded from his own son's misdeeds while protecting her? The soap solution, amnesia? Death appears to be the most dramatic conclusion, but the history of soap operas points to forgetfulness as an alternative. Do you recall how Quinn persuaded Liam, who was suffering from amnesia, that they were Adam and Eve in that isolated cabin? In a similar vein, this medical emergency might erase Liam's memories, enabling him to move past the hurt caused by his father's deception and opening up new plot points. Liam, who suffers from amnesia, may be unable to recall his complex past with Hope, Steffy, or his kids. The character would still appear on the canvas, but his relationships would be drastically altered, giving him a new beginning. Still, it's unclear if this plot is preparing for Scott Clifton's exit after 14 years or if it's just a big change for the character. With Luna's actions having unforeseen consequences and Steffy confronting Bill about Liam in future episodes, the answers might be revealed sooner rather than later. There is no doubt that the Spencer family will never be the same. A medical emergency is coming. Is Liam's argument with Bill getting dangerous? Updates and spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful hint that Liam Spencer may soon be dealing with a health issue. Is there a possibility that he will pass out during a heated argument with Bill Spencer, terrifying his father to death? There will undoubtedly be a medical emergency on the show soon. First and foremost, it's critical to emphasize that the CBS soap opera is about to experience a medical catastrophe. A stunt coordinator, a 911 operator, many paramedics, a nurse, and the reappearance of Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, are all included in this week's credits. Dr. Buckingham's appearance as a cardiologist significantly implies that someone may soon experience severe cardiac problems. Looking at the most recent spoilers, there are strong indications that Liam might be the one in danger. Liam and Bill's disagreement over Luna Spencer will worsen on April 3rd as Bill pushes Liam to the limit, which is not good. Is Liam's heart attack or some other unidentified heart condition possible? Given that Liam has no history of heart problems, is there a chance that he could have a heart-related crisis during this confrontation? If so, it would be even more shocking. Could we witness Liam's collapse right before a distraught Bill quickly calls 911 to send paramedics to the Spencer estate out of fear that his eldest son would pass away? In that case, Liam might be quickly taken to the hospital so that Dr. Buckingham can examine him, and they probably will detain him. It's also important to note that Steffy Forrester is scheduled to face Bill about Liam on April 4th. This implies that Steffy will be incensed by Liam's health concern and accuse Bill of causing it. This week, Kelly Spencer also has scenes. Viewers may anticipate seeing Kelly Spencer in a number of scenes this week where she may be given updates on Liam's condition and express her concerns. In the next episodes, Kelly can have a lot of nervous inquiries regarding her father because of Liam's difficult circumstances. Furthermore, Steffy may be able to get back in touch with her ex as a result of this medical issue. Steffy will definitely be worried about Liam if he ends up in the hospital. Stay tuned for additional information about his condition and his recuperation process. This health issue might be the impetus for Liam to start a surprising new plot, which has previously been hinted to in passing. Brooke's special request, Steffy vs. Bill, and Liam's fate. Here are the spoilers for Friday, April 3rd, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans may anticipate Liam Spencer being taken to the hospital following his seizure and collapse in tomorrow's episode. But Steffy Forrester Finnegan confronts Bill Spencer after finding out what transpired. In addition, Brooke Logan has a unique request for Ridge Forrester, played by Torsten K. Let's talk about what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Check out our B&B spoilers for next week here. Logan's instability, I hope. Brooke will continue to ponder about Hope Logan in tomorrow's episode because Hope continues to hold everyone else responsible for her situation except herself. When Brooke talked about it with Katie Logan, Heather Tom, he was optimistic. But Katie believed that Hope would cause much more harm before she began to accept responsibility. Brooke even wondered to whom Hope would now turn. What Brooke Logan is requesting. In the end, Brooke will make a choice. Brooke looks at Ridge once again. Deacon Sharp and Brooke are aware that Hope would be useless without her fashion line. Deacon may text Brooke to let her know their daughter is alright, even though he has offered Hope a place to stay. Maybe Brooke will ask Ridge to let Hope return to work. The response will be no, of course. However, Brooke might be at a loss for what else to do to support her daughter. The fate of Liam Spencer. When Liam had a seizure and passed out, he was by himself. Bill left the room even though he appeared to still be at home. Bill will eventually return to discover his son unconscious on the floor. Liam will undoubtedly be admitted to the hospital. What specifically led to Liam's seizure, then? Will Steffy become closer to her ex again as a result of Liam's illness? Addressing Bill Spencer. According to tomorrow's teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy confronts Bill regarding Liam. Therefore, Steffy probably holds Bill responsible for Liam's seizure. Steffy may think that Bill ought to have been present when Liam passed out. Steffy may possibly attribute Liam's breakdown to the strain of the Luna Nozawa circumstance. April 4th, 2025, Friday. If John Finn Finnegan were to save Liam, it would be intriguing. However, Finn might be left out once more if steam re-establishes during this medical plot. Paramedics race to the mansion as Steffy worries about an unconscious Liam. According to Friday, April 4th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester will become alarmed over an unconscious Liam Spencer as paramedics race to the estate. Following his altercation with Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, who stomped off for a meeting before his son passed out, Liam's vision became fuzzy. Liam may suffer a brain injury in addition to his current medical problem because he struck his head when he fell. It appears that Steffy will be the one to save Liam, who is in dire need of one. According to B&B spoilers, Steffy intends to face Bill, so when she arrives at the Spencer estate, she might surprise Liam. As Steffy desperately tries to get Liam help, she might dash to his side and dial 911. After a while, some paramedics will take Liam to the hospital, where Dr. Grace Buckingham will assess his condition. It sounds like Liam might be having cardiac problems because Dr. Buckingham is a cardiologist. Steffy will hope for the best but fear the worst since Liam's head will also need to be inspected. John Finnegan will spend some time at the Cliff House with Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras, who might wind up telling some anecdotes about Liam and fawning about him. Kelly might comment about how much she loves her father before Finn receives a terrible phone call regarding Liam's illness since B&B will attempt to make the whole situation seem very dramatic. Finn might receive word of Liam's medical emergency and have to deal with a challenging circumstance with Kelly. Brooke Logan will make a specific request to Ridge Forrester in the meanwhile. This is probably going to have to do with Hope Logan and Brooke's wish to restore her daughter's line. Brooke is aware that there is still a hurdle to overcome because Hope hasn't yet accepted responsibility for her actions. If Hope doesn't admit that what she did was wrong, Ridge could not see why he should stand up for Hope for the future. Nevertheless, Carter Walton, the mastermind of the LLC takeover, was able to retain his position. Despite the Forresters' best efforts to portray Hope as the true mastermind, it isn't like that. On Friday's show, Brooke might try to get Ridge to agree to Hope's line, but he might not be open to it just yet. Before they even consider bringing Hope back to Forrester Creations, Ridge could believe that an apology is necessary. In any case, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke will go up to Ridge to ask for a favor and perhaps provide some predictions on Hope for the future, so keep an eye out. Make CDL your go-to destination for more amazing Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. After Bill stomps off, Liam collapses, Hope's new living arrangement. According to Thursday, April 3's recap of The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer passed out as Bill Spencer stomped off. Here's what happened on Thursday's B&B program, as Hope Logan was also offered a new living arrangement. Bill made fun of Liam at the Spencer mansion for assuming he could succeed without Daddy's assistance. Bill found it hard to accept that Liam would be that dim-witted as to quit Spencer Publications and turn back into a computer nerd. Liam said that Bill should have shown his affection at this point and stated that losing his son for this was not worth it. But inside his dollar bill armor, Bill always kept his heart firmly imprisoned. At one point, with his back to Liam, Bill appeared a little emotional. Regretfully, Bill was icy when he confronted Liam once more and threatened to seize his trust fund. That didn't concern Liam, who made an effort to show Bill that he was interested in getting to know him. Liam ultimately concluded that perhaps the issue was that he knew Bill too well. After ranting about Liam's transgressions, Bill cautioned that if he wanted to quit the company, he shouldn't return. Bill informed Liam that he had a meeting and asked him to leave when he got back. As this altercation came to an end, Liam began to appear a bit odd. Liam's eyesight went hazy and he had trouble standing up as Bill ran out the door. After a while, Liam passed out and hit his head on the coffee table as he fell. Liam was left unconscious on the ground with no one nearby to assist him. Although Steffy Forrester informed Ridge Forrester at Forrester Creations that Luna Nozawa would see John Finnegan over her corpse, Ridge didn't want her to make any jokes about it. Steffy felt that Luna needed to be stopped because she was convinced that there was a significant chance she would kill again. Steffy claimed her ex believed Bill had gone insane as the conversation shifted to Liam. Steffy made it plain that she will always care about Liam as she considered her past with him and their shared kid. Deacon Sharp reaffirmed his support for Hope at Il Giardino, stating that she had no desire to return to Brooke Logan's, Catherine Kelly Lang, property at this time. Hope alluded to her Sheila Sharp worries when Deacon proposed that she stay in the room adjacent to his apartment instead. Deacon, however, predicted that this arrangement would succeed and encouraged Hope to have faith in her elderly father. Katie Logan was sure that Hope would eventually come to regret all of the nasty things she had spoken when she was at Brooke's place. Brooke implied that Hope's kid will continue to feel abandoned until she acknowledged that she caused her most recent suffering. Katie made an effort to remain upbeat and believed that Hope would change her mind eventually. B&B is shaken by a medical emergency endangering Steffy, Taylor, and Luna, revealing the upcoming medical crisis. Here's why it appears like a serious medical emergency is imminent. By the end of this week, a few guest performers are scheduled to make an appearance on the CBS serial opera. We will be seeing a 911 operator, a couple of paramedics, and a handful of nurses, according to recent B&B credits. And soon, a doctor will be on board. We learned that the daughter of B&B producer Casey Kasperzik has been selected to be one of the paramedics, just for a little extra fun. The name Emily Kasperzik is hers. And it's obvious that there will be a lot of drama and action shortly given the roster of these day player parts. Additionally, someone will get injured or experience a medical emergency. Bold and beautiful, a medical emergency shakes up B&B, putting Steffy, Taylor, and Luna in danger. #Beautiful and bold. Who could be a victim on Bold and the Beautiful? A few characters who may be in danger as part of this small arc have been identified based on this new information. We will also discuss the possible outcomes for them. To begin with, Electra Forrester may find herself in jeopardy this week. We witnessed Luna hurling herself at Will Spencer, which infuriated Electra. And even though sex is a major concern between her and Will, Electra won't allow Luna to stand in their way. Luna was approached by Electra, who advised her to avoid Will. She even touched her with her hands. She gave Luna a shove. Given what we know about Electra's adversary, that wasn't a smart move. Luna even told Sheila Carter that she was glad Electra had left because she nearly slapped at the Little Miss Perfect Prude, as Luna referred to her. Electra is mistaken to believe that her warning will cause Luna to avoid Will. It will be a problem for her. This 911 call might be Electra confronting Luna once more, and things get unmanageable. Sheila or Luna might hurt Electra. Sheila has already threatened her and given her a death gaze. As a result, she and her granddaughter Luna might injure Electra and pretend it was an accident. B&B spoilers, is Steffy's meeting with Bill a prelude to catastrophe? The second possibility in this plot is that Steffy will be singled out since she will be at Bill Spencer's house later this week, furiously berating him for his treatment of Liam Spencer, who surprised fans and his father by resigning from his position at Spencer Publications. Steffy might head over there soon since she might be doubly angry with Bill. Additionally, Steffy and Bill might argue. Then, because Sheila agreed to help Luna obtain Will, Luna or Sheila sneak into Bill's mansion to spy on him and learn more about him. They might decide that it's a crime of opportunity and harm Steffy in a way that necessitates immediate assistance, such as tampering with her vehicle. Sheila and Luna might make it appear to be an accident, The only thing separating Finn from those two is Steffy, who is also adamant on locking Luna up again. And Luna and Sheila will not allow it to occur. Given that she will be at Bill's place, there's always a potential that he will lose it during the dispute. I would say that Bill has a slim chance of being the victim of this medical occurrence since, although he is not in perfect health, he is in good condition. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful, is Hope's declining health getting worse? Therefore, the third possibility is that Hope Logan might act recklessly when she's angry. Perhaps she will be the one experiencing the medical emergency. The daughter of Deacon Sharp is in distress. Hope is at its lowest point. Naturally, Deacon also assured her that she could always rely on him and that he would always have her back. Hope might sit up at the bar and get a little tipsy while she's visiting Deacon and complaining about how her life is going apart. Deacon would undoubtedly allow her to sit there and drown her sorrows if she so desired. After that, Hope might stutter outside, get into her car, and have a collision. That would be terrible, but perhaps it would be the lowest point and a warning to her to start making better decisions. Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Others believe Hope is out of control and has been for some time. Because she denies responsibility and acknowledges her faults, it's possible that Hope will make an even greater mistake. At that point, she reaches her lowest point and begins to rebuild her life. Luna's retaliation? Bold and the Beautiful spoilers are hinted at by a dramatic tumble and stunt coordinator. The fourth possibility is that Luna gets a taste of her own medicine because a stunt coordinator is included in the B&B credits along with paramedics, nurses, and a doctor. And that suggests that someone may be falling. They had a stunt coordinator, for example, when Sheila assisted Taylor in going over the roof. As a result, we witnessed Luna being severely injured by one of her detractors. Perhaps Luna pays Bill a visit when Steffy is visiting his estate, you know. Additionally, Steffy loses her temper and attacks Finn's daughter. Steffy might knock Luna down the cliff out back if she came up at the beach house in Malibu to meet her father, Finn, or she might be the most recent person to fall off Bill's balcony or down some stairs. Brooke pushed Thomas Forrester from that precipice, you know. Quinn Fuller has been observed pushing Deacon from a precipice. For that, they would undoubtedly require a stunt coordinator. That twist would be entertaining. Even though Luna attempted to kill Steffy, it would really put her in a great position to win some sympathy from Finn if Steffy nearly kills his daughter. That might change everything for Finn and Steffy, you know. B&B spoilers, Ridge and Brooke's intercourse causes a crisis in Taylor's heartbreak? The final scenario we must take into account is that Ridge Forrester leads Taylor to experience a medical emergency. Dr. Grace Buckingham appears in the revised credits among the paramedics, the 911 operator, the nurses, and the stunt coordinator. It had been a minute since we last saw her. As you may remember, Taylor Hayes was seeing her for the diagnosis of broken heart syndrome. Considering everything, you would expect that Finn or Lee Finnegan would be the crisis doctor if it wasn't heart trauma, but the fact that Grace is Taylor's doctor may be a clear indication that that person is experiencing the crisis. According to Friday's B&B previews, Brooke is requesting a favor from Ridge. Brooke might use that talk with Ridge to persuade him to reconsider abandoning their destiny, even though she previously promised Hope that she would attempt to get Ridge to rehire her. Taylor might hear Brooke's attempt to woo Ridge, or she might witness Brooke kissing Ridge. Additionally, Taylor might have a heart attack and pass out from the stress of worrying that she would lose Ridge to Brooke. As Luna targets Kelly, Bill is compelled to return her to prison. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa's attack on Kelly Spencer may cause Bill Spencer to send her back to prison. Steffy Forrester attempted to explain to Bill the error of turning Luna loose on Los Angeles. John Finnegan should pretend to be Luna Nozawa's father. Being the father she has always desired is all Luna wants from John Finnegan. All her life, Luna had desired her father. But because she didn't know Luna's paternity, Luna's mother had kept them apart. Luna killed Tom Starr, Clint Howard, because she didn't like the thought of him being her father. Luna saw Finn's declaration that he was her father as an indication that he would support her. Regretfully, Luna's intentions will not turn out as she had hoped. Like she did with Sheila Sharp, Steffy has made Finn sever his relationship with Luna. Steffy should leave their relationship, according to Luna. Kelly Spencer sees John Finnegan as a father figure. Luna is not permitted to communicate with Finn, who lives with Steffy and serves as a father figure to her daughter. Given that Finn has no relationship to Kelly, why should she be allowed to have him as a father? Why is Finn compelled to avoid his family rather than letting them share in his love? How would Steffy feel about being apart from her child, Luna could wonder. Luna might conclude that she must force Kelly to vanish. Why should Finn contact Kelly if he is unable to contact her? Maybe Luna will even risk kidnapping Kelly so she may spend time with her and Sheila. As a grandfather, Bill Spencer must take a stand. Both Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Bill would be appalled if Kelly vanished. Even though Kelly likes Sheila, she will undoubtedly be afraid if this encounter occurs. Bill may first defend Luna, but Steffy will be right on top of him, insisting that he do something with her. What if Bill discovers Luna and Kelly together? Will Bill see what Steffy is asking of him at last? Will Bill come to the realization that letting Luna go endangered his granddaughter? Maybe Bill will realize that he and Luna are completely different once Luna targets Will Spencer and Kelly. Will Bill discover the truth in time to protect his family from Luna? Will Luna ever make amends for the offenses for which she was imprisoned?